Are you interested in learning more about your relationship with alcohol or cannabis in a judgment-free space? Basics and CASICS are individual conversations with a trained wellness promotion staff member about substance use. Basics and CASICS consist of 2 sessions, each 45 to 60 minutes in length. Through the programs, you will receive personalized feedback about patterns of use, learn how to make the best personal decisions regarding potential future use, and receive strategies to reduce risk. Once you submit a request, you will be connected to a facilitator who will schedule your first meeting time based on your class schedule and any time conflicts you indicate in your request. Be sure to submit your pre-assessment before your first meeting. What can you expect from your first meeting?
Hi, Abby. Thank you so much for joining me for your basic session today. My name is Kennedy. I'm one of the graduate assistants here at Wellness Promotion. Really appreciate you meeting with me. Before we start anything with the session, I just want to go over confidentiality with you really quickly. Everything that is said in this space will be kept in this space. The only time I may have to bring someone else into the conversation is if I believe you're a threat to yourself or to others. But other than that, I want you to feel comfortable sharing whatever you may please. So do you have any questions before we get started?
No.
All right, awesome. So I also just wanted to give you a brief breakdown of what we'll be talking about during our time together. So first, I'll have you do some screenings on my computer. One will just be kind of exploring your alcohol use, and the other one will just be a quick mental health screening, just to get you some resources if I deem them necessary based off of the screening. Then we'll just go over some things about you. You can tell me about your personal life if you feel the need to, how you like Westchester, so forth. And then we'll go into exploring just your alcohol use. Again, whatever you feel like sharing, feel comfortable sharing, we'll talk about that. Then, as you see right here, I just have these 2 sheets. We're gonna go over just 2 really quick exercises that I'll work through with you. And then finally, I'll orient you to our e-checkup to go. That'll be the last thing we do today. It's pretty much a personalized self-assessment feedback that explores your alcohol use, and we'll use that to discuss in our second session. So that's what our first session will look like. Do you have any questions before we get started? All right, cool. So let's get started.
Between the first and second meeting, you will be asked to complete the e-checkup assessment. Checkup is a brief, confidential survey about your alcohol or cannabis use and potential impacts of your substance use on other components of your well-being. What does the second meeting look like?
So how have things been since we last met?
It's been good. I'm gonna pace myself, honestly.
Yeah, have you been smoking at all since last time?
At least like once a day, if not once a day, like every other day. Not too much.
Okay, and has that changed a lot since before, or is that pretty consistent with how you've always used?
I think it's a progress, because I at least was smoking like 3 times a day.
Okay.
So now it's like once a day or whatever other day.
Yeah, so you're definitely starting to make some changes. So let's look at some of this data. All right. So here it's saying you spent just under $2,600 in 1 year on cannabis and alcohol. Is that surprising to you?
Yeah. I could be using that for some things.
So you would probably want that to be a little less. It sounds like if you're saying you want to use it on other things.
Yeah.
Yeah. So now we're going to talk about some ways that could help support you making a change. With these suggestions, you can say maybe, or you can say probably not if it's not something you think you realistically want to try. So one suggestion is setting a limit on the amount of cannabis you use. How do you feel about that option? Okay, maybe for that one. What about keeping a record of cannabis use?
Well, no.
Basics and CASICS programs are both free and open to any student. To register for Basics or CASICS, scan the QR code on the screen or visit the Wellness Promotion website. If you have any questions, contact Wellness Promotion today.